Alright, so first things first, David Ellis shouted me out the other day. I do a little bit of hunting with him, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell him I appreciate it. I think he got me like 180, maybe, somewhere around that amount of subscribers, so I appreciate all y'all. And I'm going to start trying to work on being a little bit more comfortable behind the camera. I'm new to this, so it's a little bit different for me. But today we're gonna get into how to set up a coyote stand and what all you need to kind of look at in the drive, as far as the driving in, where you're setting up, all those type of different things. So we're gonna get into that. This is gonna be a video for newer guys trying to figure out, maybe you're having some trouble getting winded, stuff like that. So driving in, I'm probably a little bit superstitious about it. I'm a little bit more careful than I should be. In my head, them coyotes, they're thinking, they're against me. It's we're back and forth the whole time. So that's how I think. But when I drive into a stand, I try to cut all my lights off, quiet as possible. If I got to open gates, always close your gates when you go in them. I try to take pictures, actually, when I leave, just to let landowners, if in case something did happen, cows got out, something like that, it ain't my fault. So anyway, that's a whole different another story. But when you go in, let's say if you got a full moon, honestly, you shouldn't be out there anyway because you're about to have a bad night. But if I've got a good shade, so I've got the moon over here and there's a tree line right here, I'm going to follow that shade the whole way. I try at all costs to keep from going in the middle of fields, just in case something is out there or it might have been on a tree line and you spook it out. So anything that you can take out of the equation to be a little bit more stealthy than if you just kind of walk straight to wherever you are. So that's the main thing. When you're going in, stay in the shadows, stay away from everything, and make it to your little spot. Once you get to your spot, let's go ahead, set everything up as quietly as possible, get everything set to where how you like it. You need some type of background. You don't want to be standing out in the middle of a field, even if it's really dark outside. I don't even like doing it then. But I got one spot, I'll stand in front of a light pole. That light pole's a little bit fatter. That coyote ain't going to be like, that light pole gained 200 pounds since the last time I walked through this field. That ain't going to happen. However, you go sit out there in the middle of a field, that coyote's been going through that field for however long it's been alive. It's going to say, hey, that wasn't there the last time I come through here. So that's a little bit of a different ball game. How I kind of look at it is that's their house, all right? So you come inside every day, you pass your refrigerator when you go in. What if I pull that refrigerator out and put it in the middle of your kitchen? The refrigerator wasn't there when I left for work this morning, but it's there now. That's how you kind of got to look at it. That's their house. They know something is not like it was last night when I came through here. So just kind of look at it like that. That'll get you a pretty good ways as far as not being seen. Call placement. Try to figure out where your coyotes are going to come from. Your coyotes are coming from trails, creeks, fence lines. Most of the time, most of my properties, when I try to go into them, I try to find a creek. I don't care if it's 500 yards off the property that I'm hunting over here. And that's what I try to get set up close to. Do not ever set up on a creek, because you're just going to be the whole night just looking. Last week, we went out, did decent. I'm sitting there. Something comes up behind me. What is that? Scared me to death. I cut my light on. I cut my headlamp on. I was like, I ain't playing that. Turned around, saw armadillo. You never know what you're going to get into. And I knew it wasn't going to be a coyote grabbing my leg. That wasn't about to happen. But your call placement is huge, especially for windy nights. So if I think that coyote's going to come from this area over here, say I got a creek over here, what I want to do is about 45-degree angle that call on this side of me. One thing that does is it makes it harder for that coyote to get downwind of you. The second thing it does is that coyote's going to come from over here, and it's going to come across that field, broadside shot the whole time you've got him coming in there. Once you get that coyote kind of on a beeline, start cranking your call down. Play with them a little bit. That rabbit ain't going to sit there and squall the whole time. Don't overcall. If you know you got them, cut it off. Crank it down. Do something a little different. He sits. He ain't coming in no more. Crank it up 2 or 3. Let him hear it again. And then he'll come on back in there. It's a patient game once you see him coming. A little bit like turkey hunting. If you like turkey hunting, you get into coyote hunting. It's a lot like that. So that's a big thing as far as getting your coyote coming across you. The big thing that coyotes do not like is being seen. They just don't want to be seen. So on those full moon nights when it's like that, and I get to my stand, I might wait 10 minutes instead of waiting 5 minutes. Wind has a big part in that. If I come up to a stand, wind can cut my stand from a 35-minute stand, which is as long as I'm going to sit. I'm going to sit there 35 minutes. If I don't call nothing, unless I'm working one, I got some howling that might be coming a ways off. I'm gone in 20 minutes. By 20 minutes, my opinion, your wind's done circulated, coyotes got downwind of you, you probably ain't having a whole lot of luck there. So that plays a big part into how long you're gonna kind of sit there. So that's my opinion on most of this stuff. I've been doing this for probably about 8 years. Had pretty decent luck here recently. So if y'all got any other questions, any other videos you want me to make that you want to know about, I've probably done it. I've probably messed it up, and I can probably help you out on it. And on all my videos, I try to put a little card on the end just in case you want to get up with me and talk about it. I'm perfectly fine with that. My number's on there, my email's on there. So just get up with me and let me know what you're curious about. And I promise it's not going to be a stupid question. A lot of these guys that I know personally kind of talk to me about it. This stuff is a complete new ball game to a lot of people. So I appreciate y'all, everybody that's done subscribe to my channel. Y'all keep it going. It's a pretty heartwarming thing to see people wanting to watch what you're putting out there. So that's nice. But I appreciate y'all watching Southern Predator.